Hi, my my name is Matt Perez, and I'm here with Jose Leal, my partner in crime, and Massimo Lavelli.
Hey,
Massimo, I met Massimo a while back, like 3 or 4 years back, and in Italy, and and things since then things have changed quite a bit for him, or actually progressed quite a bit for him. And today we're going to talk about humanizing the workplace. So, with that, Massimo, we wanted you to introduce yourself and help us with that.
yeah, thank you, Matt, and thank you, Jose, for having invited me. I'm really excited to be part of this thing, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm Massimo Lavelli. I'm from Italy, as you were saying, Matt. I'm a little bit of my background. I'm a computer science engineer. I and I graduated in 2008, more or less. From then on, I spent much of my time on the IT. So I pretty much did all involved myself in IT projects. So from developing, testing, and being the leader of some teams creating digital solutions. And I spent 10 years in a multinational company. From that experience, I decided to quit that context, and we can talk if you want about that. And now I'm a consultant providing solutions to my clients, starting from creating solutions from a digital perspective, or let's say helping my clients to create these human organizations I have in mind. So applying and using some tools I learned on the way to create more environment that can allow people to be themselves and to work together on a collaboration level. So I really love the collaboration as a tools, as a way to do better solutions, to create more human place where people can live and can be happy, because I wanted to have and to be happy on work, not just uh, feel the need of that from the other perspective. But we can
So,
talk about it. Yeah.
so not only are you doing consulting on the IT side, but you're doing consulting on the shape of the organization so people can be happy. How does that work?
Yeah, let's say um, yes, I don't work actually just with the IT companies, because for me, organizations look the same wherever you go. So we are a bunch of people who wanted to work together, reaching a goal and make a difference on the market, let's say. And but my thing is to, let's say, flat a little bit the organizations, and providing ways for the people to interact with themselves in in a human way. So um, so I offer my clients some practice and some tools to allow people to collaborate. And so I'm really intrigued by new ways of working, let's say. So this um, big field of solutions that can somehow can um, um, provide new ways of working that can be different from a typical hierarchy situations. This is it.
So, and your clients go along with no hierarchy? Or why don't you tell us more about what your, give us an example maybe of others' works.
So let's say um, during my experience and my and the work I did so far, I met, for instance, the agile way of working. So, and I spent much of the time understanding what agile means. And by examples, let's say we want to have a team or multiple teams working on digital solutions. So we can provide, from an organizational perspective, you can provide the managers to tell people what to do, and create meetings around what it needs to be done from say a practical perspective, and based on what the company needs. So let's say we can use the traditional way of working, or fiat, as you mentioned always, Matt. So providing a solution top down, and let's say telling people exactly what we need because the company need that in that time, or we can allow the team or multiple teams discover the best solutions by interactions. Okay, so as a consultant, I let's say I train the teams and I follow them along to practice a different way of creating solutions. So yeah, let's say that I can help the people understand what it means. So yeah, that is from an agile perspective, but this is more broad than agile itself. So right now I work from the enterprise level to the team level in terms of helping the leaders to shape those organizations, to not control everything in advance, but allowing people to express themselves in the work they should do because of what company needs.
Okay. And so can you give us an example of that?
I can use the client I'm working with right now. So that this client is working on a textile market. So they wanted to provide textile solutions to its clients, but the thing the owner of the company had in mind when he called me and my team was that he doesn't want to provide every solutions to all the people, so not want to be in control of everything, because for him was not sustainable and was not human. And let's say he wanted to have more happier people on the workplace. So it means don't want to have these have people leaving because they don't feel not feel part of something. And so he asked us to help him to shape the organization, to design and training the people to learn what it means in practice.
Okay. So he already had an intention of creating happier, quote unquote, happier workplace. So you're also a Simco consultant, or how does that part of it come into it?
Yeah, I discovered the Semco by chance. So I knew the story of Semco as let's say a human organization, or an organization where people can work without bosses tell everyone what to do. This was a story I listened to, and I read it on. Of course, the story is much more complex than this, but the Semco style, let's say, was something I had in mind to deepen a little bit, because the Ricardo Semler was let's say not just the owner of the company, but was a pioneer on that kind of organizations. And I discovered that someone in Holland and Netherlands provided a certified program to discover what it means in practice to create a more Semco style, let's say, organization. So I certified. I got it certified. So now I'm an expert on that matter. It means that let's say from a Semco style perspective, it means that as organization we can create context that can reach performance, of course, but with happiness and impact in mind. So those are the three core values, let's say. And the Semco style provide, let's say, a toolbox of practice where you can work with the people and with the teams to, let's say, for instance, to generate more trust among the people.
Mm-hmm.
You can, let's say, for instance, you can work with the more self-discipline. So you can create autonomous team that can decide it themselves how approach work and who involved when. So it's a frame of the problem we are everyone into. So we wanted to explore new ways of creating different organizations more than the traditional ones. So, and I call them humanized organizations because I wanted to provide solutions that can be understood by the people and can and where people can feel themselves more and more. This is my thing.
Right. So are all your customers, all your clients have this idea of wanting happy organization, or do you have to convince them, or how does it work?
Yeah, you every time you work on that, I learned that you must, let's say, face or do different thing at the same time. So there's someone that resonate already with the thing. So when you ask him or her to, let's say, when you invite him or her to explore a problem, let's say, so how do you feel working on that? They react, they resonate, so they understand why you are asking him or her this, and they somehow they already prepared. Let's say there's someone that require the training because they don't have any experience or any skills, let's say, or already mature skills to work in that situation, or there's someone that must be convinced, because I think that people tend to be defensive when they used to be told what to do and to be controlled. So this is the hard work to invite everyone and to involve everyone in this work.
And do you have to gain the trust of the people to trust you, or they right away they say, oh, this is work, it's humanizing?
Let's say I don't have any let's say experience from years and years. But I've been part in few projects. So let's say 5, 6 clients more or less. And whenever you, as let's say an external partner, you enter those contexts. Always I was seen as an outsider. It's a stranger. So someone that wants to help, but that doesn't know anything about the context. So it's that also the hard part is to connect with the context and to respect the context, of course, but to be seen as someone that can help them in order to progress and to make the work better. So it's interesting, in my opinion, work. So because you work with human dynamics and human complexity, and with contexts that have different history and different characteristics. So it's it's much more of it's a work that that I approach as how do you say, wizard. You make experiment with the people. Let's say make a I providing workshop and providing some trainings, and see what happens, and explore the results and see how to progress. So it's an iterative work every time. Yeah, it's very interesting.
I wonder how long it takes, that process, and how big these organizations are that you've worked with.
As far as I understand, let's say that when we approach it, let's say complexity, and when the fact that we want to humanize organizations, it takes time. So let's say I don't know if it's my thing or it's a common thing, but if you want to make a change and to provide the change to be understood and to be owned by the people, it takes years, in my opinion. So let's say you don't have necessary to wait years to see some results. Whenever we do that work, in 1 year you see the change, let's say, happening, because the people tend to communicate more and understanding more each other, and they start usually to propose and to make proposals to some problems, and really understand in 1 year, let's say, more or less. 6 months, 1 year is the time where you see something happening in the system. But let's say that whenever you want to progress more, it takes more and more years to see some. Yeah,
it takes time.
The reason I'm wearing the glasses is because, as you know, we like to talk about the fiat.
Whoops.
Here I am. I disappeared. I reappeared. And so one of the things, Massimo, that we talk about is the people that you're talking about that you first encounter. They might be, kind of asking themselves, what's going on out there? What's this thing about humanizing? But very frequently they snap right back, right? And it's like, I still need to control things. And then you go, oh yeah, but I need to give them freedom. Oh no, I need to control things. And that's, I think, the experience that you're talking about is how long it takes for that to be able to actually see, I need to let go. I need to be free to let go of people, to let them be. And so my question to you is, when you're experiencing your clients going through this exercise of flipping the lens from one of needing to control to one of letting people emerge, letting people find what they need to do and do the thing, you're still dealing mostly with the leaders or the founders or the owners. And how difficult is that process of having a boss, if you will, that is your client, and knowing that they're going through this difficulty of pulling up these lenses, but then also having to have the people that work there individually find their own lens, individually flip their own fiat lens up so that they can be in a radical state, meaning rooted in themselves.
That's the thing, in my opinion. That's the mission, the work that must be done. Allow everyone to flip the glasses and to understand what it means in practice, because let's say the size of our clients, I work with some other colleagues in this, because it's hard to do it alone because of the heaviness, let's say, of the process. And the clients usually are the size I work with is from 30, 40 people. That is not, of course, it's not. It's a complex enough to merge, to see emerging the different ways as people flip the thing, so it's the dynamics is very interesting. And by doing this work, we tend to see that of course the work start from the owner. So the owner that wants to flip the glasses but doesn't know exactly what it means. He or she knows the why, let's say, or understand the why on some level, and requires the work to be done in order to go deep and flip the glasses. But he or she and the context, all the context, ask me and my team what it means in practice, because they tend to ask, okay, can you provide me an example on that, or what let me see what it means, and starting from the why I need to do it, why my way of working is not it's not okay. It's not okay. Why is not okay? Why I need to flip the glasses? But not just let's not say flipping the glasses. Why am I'm addressing glasses? What are those glasses? That's a strange metaphor to say that. Everyone must understand what we require from them in a practical on a practical level,
right?
And it's the harder part. But it's in my opinion, it's sorry, Jose, I interrupted you, but I feel it that that should be done. So because I tend to see people suffering, and even though they don't say it, because they tend to cover it up, because they tend to see themselves vulnerable around other people. So even though they cover it up, we see it everywhere we go. People want to contribute and don't know why. Don't know how. Sorry, and context that should require more people involved, and they don't know how to do it. Yeah, it's an interesting work, actually.
To say the least.
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah.
Yeah. In my experience, the bosses, the people that hire you, at some point in time, they can say, "Oh, they're going to do better. They're going to do more. They're going to do whatever," and they let you go. But you get the resistance from the people on the team because of what you said. Is they want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be completely transparent to everybody else. And there's always, in my experience, there's always somebody who's trying to be the sub boss. He's trying to control the situation and stuff like that. So it's difficult from both sides. It's not just, oh, you wear these glasses, or where you wearing these glasses. Well, because that's what you're born with, and people teach you from when you're little and all that stuff. But you have to do it with people in the team as well.
Yeah.
And collaboration is collaboration is not the same as cooperation.
Yeah.
And we're told to cooperate. We're taught to cooperate. We're whereas collaboration, working together, having the back and forth, and all that stuff, it doesn't. They try to beat us out of us. In Italy and in Spanish countries and Portugal and places like that, I know that when you're in family and you're trying to talk, people interrupt you and they say things, and it looks like a big mess, but it's one of trusting the other person. It comes from trusting the other person, and but we're taught at work you don't do that. You got to dress correctly and wait until the other guy finishes, and then say your P's and stuff like that, and that causes people to be separated from each other. So, and as Jose started saying, we're more. There's a co-management. We call it co-management, self-management, because we don't believe that there's the company's a self, or the business has a self other than the people that are part of it. And but ownership is also important, because it's like when you come to your house, you're the owner of everything around it, and you leave things here and there, and your wife says, "No, move over there," and all that stuff. But you feel at home. You feel welcome and owner of the whole thing. And we think that's a big part of what's missing, is that co-management is fine. It goes a long way. I mean, getting people to cooperate and collaborate and stuff like that is a big thing. But ownership is also a big part of it. But I think it doesn't enter into your job. How successful has this team's been in terms of producing more results, or doing things, or being happy, or what can you point to that say, oh, that's success?
Let's make it very, very simple. When we work with a client, and the earlier days where we started to work together, we went to their offices, and that there was a birthday in that office, and we saw something interesting to notice. So there was a birthday, there was a cake, and there was the one that has the birthday, but the context was, cold. There was no any warm greeting to him, and so we noticed that. So there was formally a birthday party, but no one's really happy about it. So no one's too much involved. Yeah, there was some smile on the about that, but not people tend to keep their eyes on the monitor, on their displays, and still doing the job. Let's say after 1 year, we noticed a complete flip about that. So birthday parties were planned. There was a plan about who and when has the birthday, and everything was more organized and pre-organized, let's say. So everyone knows about the birthday party, and they decided, they planned at what time best suits at the party for everyone, and so more people involved in the process. So what I want to say is that because of the work we did, probably not just because of us, because the process they went into, they they generate this birthday plan. Okay, why? Because they let's say they experiment with them new forms of collaboration. So not following a process. So one doing in a role, providing output to another one with another role and stuff. So and complaining to each other, they started to work on in the same team. So we involved them. So from a team perspective, we mixed the skills. So we create those cross-functional teams, and they explore solutions to the company. So we had a problem on let's say on mission and vision. So the people complaining about not knowing exactly what was the mission and the vision of the company. So we create those cross-functional team to work on the matter. So they as an output they created let's say a guide, a document, an internal document that provide the mission and vision of the company. So, but doing that, they collaborate. They work on the same thing. They practice, let's say, a new ways of making decisions together. So we at that time we experiment the consent as a way of deciding something together, and so they met each other on a different level. So having the same problem, providing solutions together, and this thing, this idea provided to different accounting different problems of the organizations in the same form, provide this as an output of after just 1 year. So a different shape of the culture, without saying that what we were working on the culture level, but we generate a new experience, a new kind of habits for everyone, because everyone was involved. So yeah, this is another thing, is to somehow to involve everyone in the process. It makes the difference. Yeah, it's very simple example I have in mind.
So yeah, that's another big mistake in fiat companies, is that you only do this much and the other guy does that much, and and humanity gets lost. So it's less human.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's a powerful example, because all too often what we're looking for in the fiat world is, again, well, they're faster at this and they made more money at this and they did more efficient at that. And you can't make people happier by the numbers, right? It's what made us unhappy in the first place is we became disconnected. We became dysfunctional in the way we work with each other, and we're simply competing and trying to figure out how to outdo each other, rather than trying to figure out how do we help each other. And you can't help each other if you're not connected, because helping someone who's connected is what emerges because you're connected. Yeah. Trying to help somebody artificially, meaning, I'm not really connected with that person, I don't really care about that person, but I'm going to help them, isn't going to work, right?
Yeah,
not for very long.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to touch them at a long distance.
Yeah, let's say, Jose, it means to me, happier people can generate better results, let's say. And the flipping part in my head is that people can be happier also working on the number, let's say. So the way the people tend to work with each other make the difference. The quality of the interaction, the quality of the ways we approach work make the difference. So it's interesting. So happier people, better result, and with the results you can be happier as well. Well, it's interesting.
It's a cycle of emergent
Yeah.
thing, and that's the point. If you focus only on the numbers, you miss
Yeah.
the connection. If you focus only on the connection, and you also don't then help each other to work better.
Yeah.
We've probably all seen teams that are great buddies,
Yeah.
but great buddies by themselves don't necessarily
No.
produce,
Yeah.
right? And when we want to do something, when we want to make an impact, that makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Massimo, I was just going to suggest that I know we said this was going to be 30 minutes, and your wife is waiting for you. So
Yeah.
Sure.
So let me announce the next year's guest. I guess we're not having any more this year, but next year we'll have Cici Wang, founder of Idea Match, and I love that picture. For some reason, it really gets me. And that's scheduled for January 3rd. It says here, I'm going to read about Idea Match, an AI-driven platform that leverages advanced AI, natural language processing, and data analytics to connect and form alliances between creators. I'm really looking forward to that because I think, well, we're going to find out what Cici meant by that. And with that, have a happy new year, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah. Thank you, Massimo, for joining us and for
Thank you, guys.
being a part of all this work that needs to be done. So it's wonderful to know that people like you are involved in it, because if people like you are doing it, then it's definitely going to be more human, because that's who you are. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
But by the way, his name is Massimo.
Yeah, I know. I said Maximo. I know.
Two S's. With next is my middle name, Maximo, but it means the same thing. So, okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Happy holidays and a big hug to you and your wife.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Yeah, say
Happy
hello to
holidays.
your wife.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.